Today's episode is sponsored by ourselves. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. One of the most important things about cocktails is their presentation. And your garnish game can really make or break that presentation. So Marius and I decided that we wanted to start making some dehydrated fruit to garnish cocktails. Not only are they beautiful to look at, they're pretty long lasting, and they're functional garnishes in that they have aroma that you can add to your cocktail without unbalancing the cocktail, but just adding a little je ne sais quoi to it. So obviously we're doing limes, we're doing lemons, we're doing oranges, we're doing blood oranges, and we're doing dragon fruit. All of our citrus are organic, they're sourced locally, and this is a really good way to help the channel. The garnishes are made in small batches, they're essentially made to order, and although we're starting with, the usual suspects, the really simple lemon, lime, orange, blood orange, we hope to expand into some less common, harder to get fruits, and then on top of that, we'll have some seasonal offerings for you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions for things you'd like to see, definitely let us know. So head to the shop, and no coupon code needed because they're amazingly priced and it helps the channel. This year, Marius and I made a pact to do more low and no ABV cocktail videos. Because really, drinking is fun, but it's a bummer to overconsume. And when I'm out for the night, or if I go to a party, I'm usually there for longer than just a couple of drinks worth. So it's really nice to have good options for drinks that aren't going to faceplant me too quickly. A lot of times I'll work low and no ABV drinks in between foolproof drinks to spread out the night and still be able to tell my Uber driver where I live. And let's face it, sometimes you want a cocktail, but you don't want the booze. So today we're going to be making 3 exceptional low ABV drinks made by world-class bartenders for you to shake and enjoy. Let's get into it. The 50/50 Margarita was created by New York City bartender Natasha Bermudez, and it's just a really elegant approach at a lower ABV margarita. We're going to just take the little coin that I cut from a lime before we juiced it, and we're going to put it on the outside of the glass like so. And then I got some chili salt here. You can also use worm salt if you like. So there we go, we rimmed our glass. And I also like to do it on just like half or quarter of the glass so you can sip it without or with the salt. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, quarter agave, half an ounce of Cointreau, 1 ounce of Manzanilla Sherry, and 1 ounce of Espadín Mezcal. Add some ice to our glass and our tin. Give it a nice shake. We're gonna strain, and there we have it. What a beautiful margarita. So you get a little bit of the smoke and the citrus notes from the mezcal. And then on top of that, you get the Manzanilla Sherry, which is very light. It is tart, but then it's also got that kind of acidic finish, which is really nice because it helps to bring acid into cocktails, but then also it's in a kind of in a mellow way. And then of course we have the orange notes of the Cointreau in there. We've got our lime juice. We got a little bit of agave balancing everything out. It's just very nicely balanced, lower ABV, and it reads perfectly like a margarita. So there it is, guys. The 50/50 Margarita. The breakfast in bed was created by New York City bartender Natasha David, the former proprietor of the now defunct New York City bar Nightcap. She has a book out called Drink Lightly, which is all about low ABV and no ABV drinking, and you guys should all go buy it, link below. I'm gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, 1 teaspoon of Branca Menta, 1 bar spoon of orange marmalade, and 2 ounces of Carpano Antica. So we're gonna try this really big glass that I love so much. It's gonna be a lot of ice, but you're gonna want a lot of ice in this drink. Gonna give it a nice shake. And then we're just gonna drop that into our glass like so. And then we're just going to top it up with our pebble. Mint sprig, give it a slappy poo, give it a crushy pants, but just lightly crushy pants it so you release those oils. And then we're just gonna stick that in like so. I can't think of many more things better than that. And what's nice is that it's got all of the flavor of the Carpano Antica and then that little bit of Branca Menta. You get the marmalade and the simple syrup doing a really good job of creating flavor, balancing the lemon. It's still nice and tart. It's not overly sweet at all. It's very nicely balanced, and you get a nice pop of mint. If you want to make your mint pop and you want to bring out a lot of that herbal essence, just give it a little spritz. And that brings out all of those like cooling wintergreen aroma and then adds a little bit more aroma to it. I'm gonna try it now with that. And that just knocked that cocktail up just a little bit more. So there it is, guys, the breakfast in bed. The Goldfinch was created by Lauren Schell for a New Orleans bar named Seaworthy. That's all I'm gonna tell you about it. It's fantastic. I'm just gonna show you guys what it is. You guys are gonna go make it and everyone is gonna be happy. 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, 2 dashes orange bitters, 1 ounce Coca Americano, and 1 ounce of Fino Sherry. I'm gonna grab a highball glass. Give it a shake. Give it a strain. And then we're gonna add the club soda in, just about 1 ounce to get the effervescence going. Add in our ice. I'm gonna make sure you fill it up with ice. Top it off with a little more club soda. Look at that, a natural parallelogram. We're just gonna feed that in like so. Oh my God, damn, that's so freaking good. You've got your Coca Americano, which is a really difficult flavor profile to explain. It's almost like drinking Moscato. It's very bright. It has a sharp finish, a little bit tart on the finish. And then you have the Fino Sherry, which is very close in flavor profile. It has this very nice kind of like sharpness in the back of your palate. It has this little apple vibe, so you've got those two things just pairing so well with a little bit of simple syrup, some orange bitters, and lemon, and it all goes together so beautifully. The bitters tamps down the sweetness a little bit. All of the flavor profiles are super cohesive, and it's just something that, it's like I wanna sip this on a porch in the summer when it's hot, pretty much all day long. And you know what? Because it's a low ABV cocktail, you can. So there it is, the Goldfinch. All right, guys, there it is. 3 hot weather ready, low ABV cocktails for you. It's been a little tough to get no ABV and low ABV cocktails to be a thing on our channel. Views are a little bit low, but I am committed to doing them because you know what? Those of you that do not drink deserve to have a nice drink that you can drink. And if you're going out at night, you should just do what I do and just work some low ABV or no ABV into the middle of all the cocktails that you do so that you don't overdo it. Before I go, I want to let you guys know that Marius and I have been putting a lot of effort into the website, theeducatedbarfly.com. We have a new head writer that has decided to throw in his hat with our lot. His name is Dylan Ettinger. He's a great spirits writer that writes for a lot of different internet periodicals. He's been writing some really amazing articles. You can find them over on our website. And then of course, we've got a lot of ideas where we really want to expand this website. So go check it out and hopefully you'll find something that you like. And I will see you guys on another time. Today's pro tip is kind of a life hack. It's really about how to drink like a professional. I'm going to tell you guys how to do it. What you do is when you go out for a night of drinking like a professional is not pre-gaming at home to make it cheap for yourself, although you can do that. What I'm talking about is working a no ABV or low ABV cocktail in between every single cocktail you drink so that you spread your night out and you are of sound mind and body at the end of the night. Most of the time when I go out with friends, I am out for several hours, definitely more than 4 drinks worth. I don't necessarily want to drink 4 cocktails in that night because even though I do this for a job, that will get me pretty lit. So what I like to do is do like a no ABV cocktail in between. Of course, you should also be drinking about 12 ounces of water for every drink that you have as well. I mean, alcoholic drink. But then what you do is you spread your full ABV drinks out. You still have a good night. We are at a time in history where you can get an amazing low or no ABV cocktail and not even feel the difference, but the next day you will be thanking yourself. Head to the shop and no coupon code needed because they're amazingly priced and it helps the channel.